then assume I like you. Because I will literally say, I don't like you. It'll be the first thing I say, I don't like you. But no, that's not what we're talking about. Y'all, today at work was interesting. Very interesting. Very out of the normal. It's like, what just happened? And I felt bad. Because I was hearing like all the other people talk about this situation. And like, mind you, these are just bystanders. Bystanders of a situation they don't know nothing about. Me too, right? And there was two different perspectives of the situation. This kid is at a very public store. And all he wanted was a toy. If you ever hear me quiet, I'm quiet because I'm listening, okay? I'm quiet, I'm listening. Anyone who has known me for more than a week will literally tell you, she's always listening. Always. There came a point where like, there was an era where I had like headsets in, is because I'm not trying to hear your bullshit. But yeah, this was one of the times, like, I don't have headsets right now, so like, it's not happening. Gotta remember to eat this ramen before it gets cold. I know, it's so healthy. Unhealthy. The budget was calling, man. The budget was calling. I wish I was in Japan. YouTube, help me make that much money to go to Japan. And that probably what happened. Depression. Major depression. I wouldn't leave my house for like months. Major depression. Major depression. I wouldn't work. I wouldn't call anybody. It was major depression. Now I'm working because I'm like, that kind of fucked me up. Having major depression. That fucked me up so bad. Career-wise. I was like, I realized you can't be broke and depressed. You're going down a rabbit hole. You will die being broke and depressed. Say this, take this from me. Don't do it. I know you want to be an entrepreneur. I know you want to do your own thing. But if you broke, don't do it. Get a job. Please get a job. Please invest while you have that job. Don't be stupid. Don't blow all your money. Don't think, oh, I'll get next week's paycheck. Stop. Get some help. And that's essentially what the energy of today's story was. This kid just wanted a toy, right? Now, me being me, as I gotten older, I see why. Why parents are like, no, you can't get this. No, you can't get that. Bills and income are two separate things. The amount of time, mind you, if you're getting paid hourly, you're getting paid by a star and a moon. You can't control that, but you rely on that. Ain't that crazy? But you can control what you do in between the sun and the moon. You can control what you do between the sun and the moon. This shit's so good. So, man, this story was sad. The kid's name's Dakota. I overheard it. He has his brother, his mother somewhere outside, and the father, right? The father's trying to be logical with the son, but Dakota ends up throwing a tantrum on the floor. Over, I don't know what at this point because I'm working, right? And I overhear, none of my business, but overhear that, they're mentioning juvenile facilities for him in a very public store. This sounds like a conversation that needed to be had at home, right? But turns out, next thing I know, correction officers are pulling up on him, and he's on the floor going back and forth. Mind you, I'm trying to do my job, right? But all I hear is Dakota screaming. This is a male. He's like 10 or 11. And I get triggered because I'm like, his name's Dakota. That's kind of like the name of somebody I met in previous episodes. And so I was like, I had sympathy because of the name. I was like, man, I hate it. I hated what I was witnessing. It wasn't the fact that he was being detained. It was the fact that, like, I know mentally that's going to scar him for the rest of his life. So I didn't say anything because, you know, they're correction officers. There's a story I don't know behind that. You're probably like, Hurricane, why didn't you do anything? I'm like, hey, like, that's a family matter in a public setting, and I'm trying to keep my job. I'm not in the best position. So, like, I can't say shit, dude. I can't say shit. But I can tell you what happened, though. So this one white lady's like, he has schizophrenia. That's why they're detaining him. Mind you, she's not close to him at all either. This is just a random customer. Another random customer next to her is saying this is spirituality and he's possessed by a demon. I lean more towards the spiritualist than I do the medical one. And that was my opinion. Because she's like, medical is like, this is what people with schizophrenia do. But me being me, I've gone to medical facilities, and there's a difference between schizophrenia, you're hearing shit, and then there's a difference between shit's happening to you. I've had shit happen to me, and I've heard shit. I would let you know. I'm like, hey, I'm hearing shit, and I know it's schizophrenia. But other times, I'm like, I'm hearing shit, and it's not schizophrenia. Like, it's not. Like, you will know when you hear a demon, and you will know when, like, your name's just being randomly called out, and then it is someone, and then there's a difference between when there isn't. There's demon, and then there's schizophrenia. This was not schizophrenia or a demon. This was just a kid that completely is under so much stress from the parental units and, like, the finances they're in. I'm screwed. I'm like, I thought I was screwed. I'm like, imagine me with kids. That's screwed. I'm like, I want kids. And in this moment, it made me realize, like, I want to be so stable, you two. I want to be so stable. My kids don't have to worry about that, you two. I want to be able to give my kids their own house. I want to be able to be like, hey, you have 3 houses, 4 houses. Hey, you can get whatever toy you want. Because in this moment, like, this all happened over a toy, which was like, what, $5? I know. And, like, I have good memory, right? And I was like, when I was of his age, what did I care about? I cared about having a materialistic object to make friends conversate with me, you know? I'm not dumb. This is fruit punch, by the way, in a Starbucks glass. I know what's going on with Palestine and stuff like that, but that's my nearest shop, so I'm going to enjoy the glass. Because companies come and go, businesses come and go. A glass is still a glass. Who knows? This may be an ancient artifact, the era of Starbucks. Yo, it kind of looks like me trying to grow out mermaid hair. So I was saying, today at work, bro, that was the big number one thing. The time previously, someone lost their kid, and the kid was over here waiting more than an hour for their parent. It's like when my family left me at Walmart. I was traumatized to that day, to this day, to this day. My family left me at Walmart at a young age. At a young age, a very young age. Everyone still talks about it. They bring it up once in a while. They're like, remember when we forgot about you at Walmart? I'm like, I want you to remember. You said we. You said we. So I'm sympathizing with this kid. I'm like, but I'm sympathizing with him, like, in so many ways. I'm like, judicial, law, underage, family, finances. I'm like, this is just ticking all the boxes of Hurricane's gonna give a fuck, right? Damn, that's so sad. That is really sad. Fuck. Man, it was really sad. It was really, really sad. I tried not to cry. I was like, calm down. Like, the whole store was just watching this kid. And I was like, man, Dakota, you didn't deserve that. All you wanted was a toy. And all you see is this kid on the ground and everyone's staring at him. I'm like, this is what's wrong with society. This is what's wrong with society. It's because there's so many laws in place where, like, you do one thing, it's like you're harming somebody. Or you could get easily sued. I'm like, I don't know. Deep down, I wrote this document. I was like, what if I wrote like a bill where like people are obligated to have like a supply of food and clothes and water instead of some bullshit. I don't know. I guess with COVID and a bunch of stuff, like, I feel like the freedom of speech gets you killed. But really, it's your freedom of speech. Talk your shit. So I'm gonna talk my shit. They're like, would you move out to any country? I'm like, other than the US. Financially, yes. Legal wise, no. They're like, why? I'm American. So I get to freely talk here. I go live somewhere else, learn someone else's laws. It's a big WTF. It's a big WTF. Sometimes I forget I'm alive. I have to do human things to stay alive. It's because I've had moments like Dakota where like I'm being detained at a young age. That's a whole other story. That's traumatizing. I say this from experience. That's really traumatizing. It's like I can't be normal after that. Any ounce of normal you had for me, like I can't do that anymore. You kind of like took my innocence in that moment. But I've been in his situations where I was like, I had to get my own toy at that age. That's fine. My dad taught me how to hustle, which was really good. I just wish, I hadn't experienced that long of a depression, but it's whatever. Moving forward, we're not dead yet. That's all that matters. The story's not over. Let's see. That's what happened at work. That was crazy. I didn't see them detain the kid because I was too busy witnessing like a white woman giving medical advice, and I see no medical attire. The spiritualist giving spiritual advice. I don't see any ounce of spiritualism on her. And I was like, I can't judge, There's something else behind the veil that I don't see. Because it was a calm. At first, it was calm. It just felt like, because I agreed with her, because, like, schizophrenia, he would have been saying out-of-pocket stuff that, like, had nothing to, like, make it justifiable in the back, Like, let's say, I don't know. She was like, he got possessed. The black girl was like, he got possessed. The white woman was like, he's schizophrenic and he needs medication. The law is going to follow the medication before they do anything spiritual, right? I'm going to say this from experience because, like, there was times I found shit in this house, like, spiritual shit. Like, The ghost ain't slick in this house. You're not slick. I saw you in the kitchen. I saw you sitting on the couch. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, no. Like, I'm not stupid. They're like sometimes like my friends would come in and they're like, Hurricane, who are you talking to? I'm like, you don't see this fucking bitch right here? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, right. Y'all can't see ghosts because you don't want to see ghosts. I was like, never mind. I was like, I literally told this ghost one day. I was home alone, right? I think this kind of happened with my depression because like I sleep in the room where like someone was like nearing their deathbed in, right? And so like sometimes I can't be in that room because like I can sense it. Like when I came in here and I was cleaning the room, like I sensed it. I was like, wow, like this some shit went down in here. So like I cleansed it, I cleaned it. And like my parents were like, why the fuck are you saging the room? I'm like, you don't know how much bullshit happened in here. Cause like I would hear this woman's voice and she would be telling me shit like this happened, this happened, this happened. Sometimes I'll be home alone. When I'm home alone, that's the only time they'll talk to me. When everyone else is here, they'll go talk to them and bother them, right? But fam, there's a difference between schizophrenia and like this kid has a demon on him. There's a difference. There is such a difference. So this one time I was in my room. I literally told my mom, hey, I don't know what the fuck I did. Cause I was trying to open up a spiritual shop, right? I was doing my research. I was like, okay, how do you exorcise a demon, right? I was going off. I was getting nerdy. I was getting technical with this. I was learning everything. So I would know everything to avoid, right? So I researched black magic. I did white magic. I never did black magic. I'm never doing black magic. Like people were like, oh, can you create a voodoo doll? I know how, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. Oh, can you do this evil stuff for me? No, bro. No. Get the fuck out of here. I had this one guy I was dating. Like for real, y'all. People would do these to kids too. That's why I agreed with the black lady. Because that kid saw him a week ago. Super chill, had a few conversations with me. It was still over a toy. Kid just wanted a toy. Now, mind you, I saw him days ago. That means that toy was still in his mind. So that schizophrenia went off my head because of stuff I knew, right? He just wanted a toy. And like any child, a tantrum happened because he just wanted a toy. And then in my mind, I'm like, some people just aren't meant to have kids. And me personally, I just need more money. That's really it. That's me. I just need more money and I'm ready to have a kid. Other than that, I'm chilling. Other than that, I just want a house for my kid, a vehicle, some college funds, some trust funds, some investments, some liquidity for them to breathe. Like all I need is literally just like $1 billion to flip and that's it. That's me though, right? But that's not my reality right now. That's not my reality. Maybe YouTube can get me there, but that's not my reality. So, oh God, it's getting dark. I'm so conscious of time and space right now. Like, sunset used to be my favorite thing when I was young. Now, sunset is my worst nightmare as I'm getting older with bills, deadlines, and like income, right? It is terrifying to see the sunset because, that's like what's done is done. Like, whatever you did today, you wasted it. You didn't do anything with it. Like, it's fucked. The situation you're in is still the situation you're in. Like, that's what scares me about sunset now. I'm like, fuck, like, can't fix it. Can't fix it. So this is me planting a seed for like 30 and 40-year-old and 50-year-old me. Like, hey, did you do something to help us make money while I don't have it? Cause like I'm in the situation where I'm like, it's dark. It's so dark. It's so dark. It's so dark. It's so dark. But I can't blame anyone but me. So I'm witnessing this kid, right? And I'm just like, man, I could relate to you right now. But I'm like, honestly, I hope he's not like in a juvenile where like they're harming him. That's my worst fear. Yeah. I want kids, but I can't have kids with just anybody. I can't have kids and we're like winging it. I can't do that. Because stories like this, like, I don't want my kid to ever have to go to a juvenile. I don't. I don't want my kid to know what suffering's like. If I'm suffering right now, then my kid's going to suffer twice as much. So if I'm good, my kid will never suffer. So it's figuring out, hey, how do I create a reality where like my kids don't ever have to suffer? That's always been my goal. What do I got to do to create a life where my family never suffers? Because what I saw today, I saw a kid who just wanted a toy and the cops got called. And like, I can't blame the father because the father was trying to be logical with this child about bills, cost of living, and groceries, right? And I related to the dad and the son, but I didn't know it escalated so bad that the cops came. What made me mad, not really even mad, just triggered, because like I was just witnessing bystanders like having a conversation about something that doesn't mean anything to them, right? And I'm trying to do my job, and I'm just like, I literally was like, hey, y'all need to focus. Like, give me the stuff. Let me do my job. And y'all could go stand where y'all need to stand and watch this, because you're holding up the line here. Yes, this is going on, but that is Dakota's story, not y'all's to do commentary on. They got their own story going on in the background. I'm over here just trying to play my role, and I'm like, hey, can we please move this along? Everything, after I said that, everyone did their job. We moved along. That family did what they did, and the bystanders went and had their own conversations. A whole other dude was trying to mentally understand where my mind was at. He was like, what are your thoughts on this? I'm like, I have a lot to say, sir, in a blue suit. I don't know. If you're wearing a blue suit, you're kind of making it, I don't know. He wore a blue suit. Kind of matches like my profile pic, right? I'm like, I didn't say I noticed, but I peeped it, right? You wear a blue suit in front of me, I'm going to be like, that's a tsunami in front of me. Because I have tsunamis and megalodons, right? You wear a blue suit in front of me, that's a tsunami. I'm calling that those people tsunamis. It's like, hey, blue suit, tsunami. Oh, you know who I am. Oh, you are one of the hurricanes. Oh, you want to talk? Okay. He dressed up real nice. Blue suit, wore black. I'm like, oh, you repping my outfit right now. You're repping the hurricane look in ways I can't even myself do right now. And he's like, tell me more about your ideas. I was like, oh, you really want to know my ideas? And like how I see the world? He's like, what do you think about Trump and taxes? I'm like, this could go two ways. This could be really good. You know, we don't have to deal with tax invasion at a larger scale. But at the same time, you know, he could go into power and completely remove a lot of governmental aid if he decides to, like tax refunds, which a lot of us rely on, working hourly. What else? Just a lot of power can be taken away, but also gained to the American population. And I told him, you know, the whole point of the United Nations is to create a nation large and in communication and cahoots with each other for a global utopia. But until everyone's on the same page that, hey, we need to create a utopia for the entire globe, then we're not getting anywhere until that conversation's being had. Because right now it's a bunch of egos sitting about, oh, my country's better than your country. Y'all forgot the whole point. It's United Nations. And he's like, you're ahead of your time. What's your phone number? Give him my phone number. I'm like, yeah. I am ahead of my time. Why? Because the whole point is to be united, not this BS of I probably shouldn't even be a reason why war is happening, or food or water. As a species, imagine aliens looking at us like, y'all are the United Nations, but all you do is kill each other, make each other starve, have this thing y'all call greed. Like, what? The look he gave me was the look of astonishment. He was like, he couldn't believe a human actually thought about peace where I was working at. I'm like, this is foreign to you, isn't it? My thoughts, aren't they? He's like, yeah, because no one's thinking like that. Oh, what actual world peace? Like actual world peace? Like cut the small. And I mean, a lot of world leaders are gonna be like, that's not small. I'm like, it kind of is. It kind of is. You could just be like, here, pass the plate. Here, pass the torch. Here, give me my flowers. Like, chill. Like, ego is such a big thing across countries and lives. And I'm not perfect either, but if I sat down and I was like, so yeah, he's like, tell me more. I was like, okay, well, the whole goal of United Nations is for us at some point to come together on a form of currency that we can all agree to widen and evolve as a species. It was like, first it was, okay, what do you have? What do I have? We'll trade that. Then it was, oh, let's use a tree called paper and let's make it cute with different colors and shit. And then, we couldn't track that anymore. So, okay, let's use technology. And now technology is the new currency, right? Oh, but my technology is better than yours. My form of currency is better than yours. Oh, it's mine. You can use it. That's essentially what the metaverse is. But no, even while we're having like evolutional technology advancements, it's still not a united utopia. And the whole point of a United Nations was to create a utopia for the entire planet, not for all of us to still be segregated by ideologies, religions, preferences, and biased opinions. It's supposed to be keep it stupid, fucking simple, and help a human survive. In fact, all human civilization survive, not some global tyranny from each individual human and their government leader. The whole point is to make utopia on Earth, not a dead planet. The whole point is to take care of the planet and the species on its planet, not further its lack of existence in the solar system. So yeah, that's what essentially I told him. He was loving it. Loving it. Loving it. It's like he met an alien. I was like, ah. That scares me so much. I'm not afraid of the dark. I actually love the nighttime. It's just kind of lets me know another day we aged. It's kind of what it lets me know. I'm so aware after so many things. But yeah, that's what happened at work today. You were like, she's so serious, but then she went unserious. I could really have serious conversations. I really could. And I guess that was one of the conversations I had with this gentleman in a blue suit. I don't know. If you're a gentleman in the blue suit, I'm just gonna assume you're like another version of me. You're here for important discussions. You look too good. You ain't blue, my man. You want tranquility. Okay, I'm talking. We're talking. He was like, what do you think? Here's what I think, sir. Here's what I think. I know what I did was illegal, but I drew on a dollar bill. I drew a picture of me. I drew a picture of me on the dollar bill. I was like, why does Hurricane for President sound so right? Who knows? I would have to do a lot of reading to be somebody's president. A lot of reading to be America's president. But hey, Mexico already said, Órale, ya estoy aquí, huracán. ¿Dónde está usted? President of Mexico's a female, right? I was like, I'm just saying, if I'm still here at 40, internet was good. I love you. Take care. I hope you enjoy the story. It was very interesting. I couldn't believe someone really asked for my opinion on like an actual important topic, and I was definitely here for it. No, but seriously, how, like, if aliens saw us right now, you know how stupid majority of the conversations we've had would be to them? So you're the same species, but you murder each other, but you always argue about the promotion of preserving your lives, but you don't. And y'all are literally the exact same, you know? Coming out the womb the exact same. A little personality to it, yeah, but like, y'all still the same, y'all know? Y'all got like, you really think an alien cares about our problems? No. So why are y'all making it bigger than it needs to be? Period. Okay, how do I say this? Once again, YouTube is my job. I'm here to entertain you. I'm not here to agree with you. I'm not here to be loved by you. I'm not here to be liked by you. I'm not here to do anything to serve you unless it is a collaboration that makes sense. Otherwise than that, I'm doing YouTube to make me happy. And as you can see, I'm smiling really big right now because I get to just be me on a camera and get paid for it. And meet other like-minded individuals that think like me, love me, cool. Like me, even better. But if you are a hater, see you later, alligator. In fact, go talk to the gators. I think they need their lunch. I know that sounded so dark, but hey, I got some comebacks after comebacks. What's next? You know how many people roast me? I'm ready. Bring it. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I have so many history I could back on. I have so many psychology I could use. I have so many jokes ready to go. Bring it. And most of the time, people hate that I do that on the internet. Like, I get trolls and like they hate that I'm trolling back. I'm like, we could do this all day. But I don't want to do this all day. I don't. I don't. I don't. My heart's too big. Let's just not. Let's just not. Make love, not war. That's a whole other topic on. Someone asked me, when do you feel like war would be necessary? I'm like, majority of the time, it's not. Majority of the time, it's really not. You just have to debate and debate and debate and debate and debate and debate until y'all can finally be like, both white flags. It should be a game, honestly. But no, nuclear weapons, armor, firearms, and shit like that. I understand why they're there because, you know, our planet is completely, utterly dark, completely dark. But in the long grand scheme of things, human to human, an alien would find majority of our conversations stupidous. A majority of the hate comments on the internet too is kind of stupid. You took your time out of the day to hate somebody. You could have been creating content too. I hate when people like do the whole stalking and like trying to hurt someone. It's like, why? Why would you do that? I'm like, so you gathered a group to harm someone when you could have used that same group to figure out how to make $1 million together. It looks like you used your life for the wrong reasons. Okay. I'm not perfect either. I'm not perfect. Trust me. I am taking my own advice right now. I am taking my own advice right now. But today was interesting, very interesting. Man, I gotta give myself credit. At least I took 35 minutes out of my day instead of scrolling the internet to create content, instead of indulging in content. All right. All right, I'll wrap it up. If you are a tsunami, my birthday's in 9 days. My birthday's 9 days away. I'm turning 24. And next live is going to be a message to 24 years on Earth.